Hello Libra, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So my dear friends, we are going to pull some cards for you from a couple of different decks. I'm going to pull first from my Divine Animals Oracle deck. My son gave it to me for my birthday last week. I really love it. It's really deep. Sometimes the messages that come through are like, there's so much below the surface in these. It's pretty interesting. So we're going to pull out a card from here, almost like I would any other Oracle deck, and just see if there's a message behind it. It might link into the reading once we get into the tarot. I might just talk about general energy around you. Okay, I was just going to pull cards, but now I'm hearing to do like current and future. Or, you know what? It's not even feeling like that. It just kind of feels like you, something outside of you. It could be you, it could be someone else, it could be your energy now, it could be your energy in the future. It feels really mutable. So I'm just going to see how it plays out. Take it however it resonates, or if it doesn't, don't try to force it into anything, because it's feeling a little free-flowing from what I kind of thought I was going to do. So that's all right. So we're going to pull out two, or at least two sections here. So currently you, and then this could be your energy in the future, or it could be something around you or just outside of you right now. I'm going to start with that. And then we're going to build up with the tarot. And I'm using my Millennium Thoth tarot deck. There will be an extended, if this reading resonates with you, there will be an extended at the end of this. The link is at the top of the description of this video if you are drawn to it. So let's get started, Libra. Libra, the scales of justice. Libra. Currently your energy, and then outside of you, whether that's through time, space, right? It could be either time, could be future or space, not you. Right now, Libra, you have responsibility. Meerkat. You're responsible for the collective on some level here. I kind of feel like, well, Meerkat, I feel like you're this one up here. You're organizing everybody. You're kind of keeping them flowing. You're helping them to recognize, you know, this is sort of what keeps them identified through others. So, but I'm hearing, you know, honing in on people's positive aspects or skills that they're really good at, and highlighting that for them, kind of directing them in terms of that. Yeah, identifying these positive qualities, strengths, character strengths, personality strengths. You're taking on some sort of responsibility. You feel responsible for this somehow. It's really like, I don't know, you have like a family group around you. It could be your family, like you could be the one that you're feeling like you need to be kind of the leader in this, or you really, for whatever reason, you have a higher perspective and you can kind of see what positive skills people in your family might have, how to kind of direct that. Or it could be a workplace situation. I feel like you have a higher perspective here somehow. And then, like, it's interesting, the meerkat is actually looking up to the sky. It's a very divine perspective. Yeah, it's almost like you're getting messages from the sky, messages from above, from your spirit team, and you're utilizing this to help you identify. Maybe you can identify people's positive attributes, where you can help them find success. Like, you know, I feel like this is a really humble energy too, because the crown, there's a crown here, and it almost reminds me of like the meerkat would fit this crown. It would fit him or her, but he's placed it down, like very humble. Here, you hold my crown while I do this for you. Okay, now over here we have cycles. Look at the crown. There's a bunny on her head. That's so funny. So we were just talking about a crown, and she's wearing a crown, but it's a bunny on her head. So whatever you're doing, you're currently, this feels like you now and you in the future. That's how this feels for me right now. You've got some sort of higher perspective here, a broader perspective about the people that you're dealing with. And it could be more than just one aspect of life. Like, I don't know, it could be like there's a group over here that's kind of off on their own. This could even be work. This group here could be family. This could be your friends. Like, you're having some sort of higher perspective right now. But you're not, there's no ego. I'm not picking up like any ego in this at all. It's really a beautiful leadership aura that you sort of seem to have. And what I see here is it continues being very humble. It's almost like whatever you're doing now, it really serves the collective in the future. Like you're helping into transition cycles. You're helping the cycles to move forward here. And you're providing this leadership aspect of yourself right now. You're being called to your responsibilities. You're doing it. You're serving that. And I just feel like all of those that you're serving right now are almost going to come even closer into you. Like, it's like this group is really tight. This group is kind of scattered. I mean, that's what it is. This group is kind of scattered. They need help here to identify who exactly am I? What are the attributes that I have for myself that sets me apart from this group? Let me help you here. Let me just take my crown off for a minute. Let me help you. Good. Spirit? Yeah, I know. Okay. It's very... You got it. And then they're all together. And you see, these are all the same. So it's sort of like saying, okay, you guys are going to work really, really well as a team. But they're so comfortable with you. Like they're looking at you. They want to come in close. They're sitting on your head. Like this is the type of leader that, you know, it's okay to come up and give them a hug. Or they would give you a hug. It's very warm. Very warm, enlightened energy, Libra. Look at this. You have release power. And then you have a whole whack. So I'm just going to stick with the release power. And then there's so much. Release power. Release. But you're releasing your power. But you're doing it in a very divine way. You're working with Spirit here. Spirit is protecting you right now. There's something that you need to do. Both these cards to me speak of protection. Not becoming the hunted. Turning the tables if need be. This always reminds me of like giving Spirit a high five. Like, yeah, got your back. I want to say this reminds me of, I talked about it before in this channel, months and months and months and months ago, about, you know, false emperors and true emperors. Like a lot of a true aspect of leadership, there is an element of sacrifice. And humble, like being humble, to really serve people is to truly recognize people and understand A, the struggle, and B, the positive aspects of them that can help them move forward and grow, and how they can give to others. And I'm really seeing that here actually in these cards. It's really nice. So, well, now that we have two piles, I'm going to pull out two sections. I'm going to pull out 4 cards, or if something comes out on its own, for what you've got here. You've got, look at you! It is you! Look, there's your card. Justice, adjustment. You're making an adjustment here too. There's something has possibly changed in a situation or a circumstance. Maybe where you're the leader or at home. Maybe something has switched. Maybe one of the partners was at home and one was working. Maybe that has switched. There's something has changed here. I'm getting that with adjustment. Something's needed to be adjusted, and you're taking the responsibility in doing this, like a big part in that. I'm sorry if anyone was looking for something more romantic, but this is actually like kind of a kudos. Ace of Wands. Wow, you have a lot of ideas. You have a lot of ideas, a lot of inspiration flowing through you right now. These are brand new things. Wow, look at that. Isn't that what the meerkat is holding? It's a paintbrush, but it almost looks like the wand to me. Like you're about to light it on fire. That's what's going on here. It's almost like you have an idea and you're working with it. You're doing something here in terms of the responsibility that you have to the group and helping them move forward. And then as he looks up, there's an adjustment here to be made even. I feel like you're working with something. You're adjusting some sort of circumstance that's changed. And even moving forward, there might be another adjustment here. And then it's almost whatever that is enables you to light up your idea, to activate it, to utilize it. The Chariot, movement, there we go. And the Three of Cups. Oh, you're really bringing energy together. Yeah. What you're doing right now, Libra, I feel like you're helping humanity. I kind of feel like that. It feels like a help to humanity energy. You're making the adjustments as they need to happen. You're engaged in that right now. There will be an adjustment again in the future. You're taking on responsibility. It's almost as if like coming into alignment with your higher calling here. I just can't get over just that meerkat. I never noticed how much he was looking up to the sky for sort of guidance. Tell me what I need to do. Let's do this together. Let's get it done. You may not actually be doing that. You might not be sitting there, what to do. You might just be like in tune. Ideas come in, you're open to them. Let's execute it. Let's try it. Let's get it moving. That sounds great. How do you feel? Like it's really working with the energy that is being presented to you and moving it forward. Taking your ideas, your inspiration, moving it forward, reconciling things that might have been difficult in the past, where there might have been confusion in the past. Organizing this group. You're like herding kittens, but you're getting it done. You're herding kittens and you're getting it done, Libra. That's funny. All right. So in the future here, cycles in the hair. Oh, I think, you know, whatever adjustments you're making right now are leading to a point of serenity. It feels very peaceful. Everything is organized. It's going well. Everyone feels real comfy. Some of them might want to sit right on your little head there. But you're good. We're all in balance. That's okay. You need to sit up there right now. You can sit up there. Well, that's a different energy, but I guess it is yours, isn't it? At the bottom, we have the Queen of Swords. She's bitch ass, this one. She is my favorite Queen of Swords. Because, you know, if you're going to be the Queen of Swords, you might as well do it right. She doing it right. She's just like... She is not putting up with shit anymore. Everything else is reversed. So it's just like not putting up with shit anymore. It's the correction. It's the adjustment. It's so sad too. It's too bad. He has such a lovely head of hair. And such a lovely beard. But nope. Kind of like cutting right through. Cutting right through the BS is what I'm hearing. I don't know that it's eliminating things, but just don't do that. Like, you know, like... Don't do a Henry VIII or a Henrietta VIII. But something's being eliminated here. Some sort of bullshit. Maybe that's what's making things flow really well. But it doesn't feel like you're doing it like... It's really funny. I mean, this card seems so harsh, but there's nothing here that feels like that. It's like you're just being logical, and that could be a big part of this too. Just being logical. This isn't working anymore. We need to change it. You need to get out of here. This is good. But in the future, you know, when I look at these cards, I kind of see what I see in here now in a little bit of a different light. You still have this sort of harmony going on in the future between you and those around you, particularly those that you might be guiding or influencing right now. The harmony becomes much stronger in the future. Now, you have the Eight of Swords, the Prince of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and then you have the Two of Cups, like massive harmony in the future. Oh, right. You have Venus in Cancer, and here you have Cancer. And then here you have Mercury in Cancer. So it's really, too, it's really bringing like emotions together, allowing emotions to flow freely and openly, and really on a high vibrational level. But right here, yeah, we have the energy of Saturn, like Saturn constraining. Something is constraining here big time in the future. but not for very long. It gets changed pretty quick. It really, I mean, it totally gets changed. It's going from being like a total constraint, totally held back by, I want to say because it's Saturn, it feels like sort of the universe, something is playing out here that's making you not able to move forward on something, on some level. It's like, it's not appearing like the Eight of Swords where you've kind of bound yourself up and the swords are around you and you've convinced yourself you can't do something. This feels more like it's like the universe has told you you can't do something right yet. And this to me, just like keeping a sense of peace, keeping a sense of peace. It is actually just peace. It doesn't even feel like what I was just saying, like keep a sense of peace, keep a sense of peace. That's almost like you're trying to convince yourself of it. It's not like that at all. It's really balanced and peaceful. And then you get, boom, movement. I get it. I know what I want. I know where I'm going. I know what I want to say and do. Communication, movement. And then you get all this like Mercury in Sagittarius. There's the flame, the fire in the water here. This is what you're working with. And you continue to work with that in the future with a touch of your own energy. A touch. Ah, that's what's going on here. There's something that's constraining you, confining you in the future. It's led by Saturn. And then here you cut it out. I'm curious if Saturn is a masculine energy. I don't know that. I would call it as that. So Saturn in Gemini. I mean, it could be working through a thought process with Saturn in Gemini, changing the perspective of the thought, the belief in the thought, and cutting it out, cutting out a portion of your own ego here, your own thought process to move forward, because there's a ton of movement and it is good. Harmony, beautiful energy. And let's clarify, shall we? Is this so different for me? I don't usually do readings this late in the day. I'm helping my son with online learning for most of the day. It was kind of fun. It's kind of fun. We got to do, what did we do? We did grade 5. We did like geography, social studies. So we kind of combine it as that. Yeah. And we did grade 5 math. And then we did some science. And we did some French. I'm feeling very smart. Not really, actually. Feeling very humbled. Oh, boy. Okay, so it is kind of late in the day for me, but it's just a different kind of feeling. I like it. It's good. All right, let's look at this adjustment. Actually, first, I want to clarify the responsibility. I really love this little card. The responsibility. Responsibility. Holy shit. This is so funny. Look, you have the Emperor. Total leadership. But it's a good Emperor. It's a really good Emperor energy here. You're organizing the troops. You're really literally organizing the troops. There's been some adjustment that's had to have been made here. You're taking on your responsibility. Also showing others what their responsibilities are here. Because that's also really important in terms of a leadership of going off to battle. Whatever this is. Like organizing the troops. Because each one of these individuals needs to know what their leadership here is in this for themselves, too. Yeah, oh, there you go. Okay. I almost feel like maybe I don't even need to clarify the adjustment. The 7 of Wands. Oh, interesting. So whatever you're dealing with, some people might be a little defensive, or some people might not be too sure about how you want to take this. But look at how interesting, or maybe you are, because you're like, I don't know, maybe there's a lot of people coming at you with ideas, because he's holding this paintbrush is reminding me of a wand. And it is a wand, if you think about it, like art and expression, the creative avenue of that, like the first spark of, oh, what shall I create today, is fire, is wand energy. So here, holding your wand, maybe they're all picking up a paintbrush here. Oh, I know what we need to do. No. There can only be one at a time here. So this is the adjustment too. Helping people make an adjustment. you're really coming in like boss energy, Libra. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands. Oh my God. Okay, you're carrying a load, but I think this is why it might be important. I don't know. Some of these people are not working. I feel like you have like a master plan, and not everyone is seeing it. And so, I don't know, some of them might even be dropping the ball here and you've got to pick it up. Yeah, because these guys haven't picked up their paintbrushes yet. Exactly. So, some of these guys have not picked up their paintbrush yet. You're taking feels like you are right now taking the majority of the burden here. Because there's nobody else getting it done. It kind of reminds me a little bit like Aries. It's like, why? No one's going to do this the way you, well, no one's, but that's what you are. That's the energy that you're taking here. This is the Aries card. So it is like, well, I have to do this for myself because nobody else is going to do this the right way. You're also, I feel, trying to clear burden so people can see this fresh new start, this fresh new perspective. But you are carrying a lot of it. Doesn't it look like taking all these wands? Taking all these, I have an idea. No, this is how we should do it. No. Or, oh, I'm not too sure about you doing that. I don't want to do that. No, you should need to do that. Here, just give me your wands and let me just deal with it. It feels like that. It's really interesting. The Chariot. The Chariot. Oh, there's the Queen of Swords. But she comes in after confusion and illusion. Ah, so there is some sort of mental clarity that you're fixing up for yourself here. The Lovers. Choices. Oh, and the Lovers is Gemini energy. And we're talking about like this Saturn constraining your thoughts, your choices. There's an illusion here about your choices with the Chariot. Feels like you're using your emotions to help you determine that, to actually cut out what is leaving you in a fog on something here. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is your reconciliation. It's funny, my son and I were talking about reconciliation because we were, anyways, it was part of the Indigenous lesson we were doing today. And so it was kind of fun. He was learning all about that. So the Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Wow, reconciliation, reconciliation. And taking this forward, actually practicing it, moving it forward. Really, it's a lot about turning lemons into lemonade here. And really continuously adjusting that. So today we got lemons. All right, let's make lemonade. We were really hoping to get apples and oranges, but we got lemons today, guys. We're going to make some lemonade out of it. So this is how we got to do it. And then thinking, okay, maybe tomorrow we get apples and oranges. We got grapefruit. Okay, let's make grapefruit juice. Trying to do the best that you can with what you've been dealt with. And actually doing pretty good. So the Eight of Swords in the future. The Eight of Swords in the future. Look at that. The Nine of Wands into the Page of Wands. Oh, it's kind of like almost to the point where you're just really tired of what you're doing. But there's just a lot of burden that you're carrying here. It might not be in all of your life. It could just be in one aspect. It really does definitely feel like there's a group of people that you need to keep organized here. They want to be all over the place. I don't think that they want to be all over the place and be unorganized, but I just get this feeling like they all got their own idea here, but well, Rome wasn't built like that, so you can't really do it like that. There's a reason why there's one person running the show. Because then you have communication. Out of this difficult point where you feel like blocked, stopped, then you have communication, you have movement flowing. The Prince of Swords, to me, is going forward, really knowing what is exactly, there's a lot of cards, you really know exactly what you want to do, where you, this is a Devil card. What is all of this? The Nine of Pentacles, the Devil, the Page of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, it looks like moving forward. There's something here that doesn't get resolved currently. You're resolving an awful lot of stuff right now. And you really have like quite a a peaceful energy in the future as you move into a new cycle. It kind of feels like moving into a new cycle where trying to eliminate toxicity, trying to eliminate things being held back, disappointments, small offers, and trying to make things evenly balanced here. The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, there's that communication and movement. Oh, what do you got? You got the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. You're gonna overthink something in the future. You're gonna overthink how you do something, how you communicate about something, how you move towards something. You're gonna try to plan here. And then you have your Two of Cups in the future. The Two of Cups in the future for Libra. That won't go in. The Seven of Swords and the Hanged Man. The Seven of Swords and the Hanged Man. I mean, you're trying to resolve something here, but you get all in your head. It just throws me off because the Seven of Swords is going towards the Hanged Man. And I put it like that because that was, at least it seemed to me, the order that the cards came out. Or you could do that. Actually makes more sense. Like it's either in the future here, you're trying to sneak back towards something that has needed some sort of time to get a different perspective. Or you're finished trying to get a different perspective here. Like, I'm really done with trying to get a different perspective on whatever this is. But it does feel more like, to me, the Seven of Swords is going into the Hanged Man. What is this cycle then in the future with the hair? What is this cycle in the future? This cycle in the future is good. It's the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Three of Wands. It's emotional fulfillment. This feels more personal. That's how I would describe this. I mean, obviously the whole thing is, well, it's not a personal reading. It's a general reading. But I mean, when I say personal, I mean like things in your life that you don't share with everybody. Where, you know, this could be work. Or it could be a family group. It could even be something that you're involved with. I'm hearing like an online social group or something. And people are contributing to something, possibly, to an aspect of it. Like it has this more like work feeling to it for me. Whereas over here, this feels more personal. Like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Like yeah. And I would kind of say that these kind of clarify that. They strengthen that feeling for me with this emotional fulfillment. Taking all that wand energy, you know, that's really like serving your power, your creative spark, your leadership quality, like wanting to use it in a different way here. Having planted some sort of seeds in the past that are bringing something forward for you, but you're waiting. The Four of Cups is at the bottom, but I don't feel like I'm done. I feel like there's some questions here. What is this Queen of Swords? What is this Queen of Swords? You have the Queen of Pentacles in the Wheel. Definitely some sort of switch in the cycle. Maybe you're switching from being very nurturing to being badass. No more nurturingness. I need to badass something. Because it ain't changing like this. So you need to change it. There's a sense of needing to change the energy here. Because this Wheel comes in after the Queen of Pentacles. So it doesn't really feel like, you know, needing to change badass energy into more nurturing. It kind of feels like needing to kind of get out of some sort of nurturing energy to be a little badass. And the last I'm going to do is your release power. Release your power. Release your power, Libra. Release power. Oh, look at that. The Two of Pentacles and the Empress. There is the power. balancing. Balancing your masculine and your feminine energy. Oh, yeah, because you have the Emperor over here. This is like how you balance almost two different aspects of your life. In one aspect of your life, you really utilize like yang, masculine energy. And in another element of your life, you really utilize or being sort of guided to look at things this way as utilizing your real feminine. Empress. Build with abundance, build with care. Not just planting those seeds, but nurturing them, making sure they're watered and the soil is cultivated. Where this to me feels more like pulling out the bad weeds, get the other field tilled, let's get more going here. Like that's, it's different energies here. Wow, that's the release of your power. Really kind of cool. And there's another queen. You have the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Swords again, and the Chariot again. Ah, okay. That would make sense too. Because you don't have any kings out here, but yet you have the Emperor. There's nothing you need to work on here on your masculine end. You've got it all. You got all the kings in alignment here because you're showing up as the Emperor. Now the Empress is the underlying, is bringing in this aspect of you. Bringing this in, and you have queens. You've got all the queens now. There we go. That's what you're doing. You're unleashing your power is your divine feminine, because you've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords twice, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. There's the Queen of Cups. This is the one that feels a little held back, and the Chariot's there to kind of keep it moving. So there's still, but you know, it makes sense because you have the Queen of Swords twice. It's the one that you have twice. So that is being a little more in your mind, using your mind to guide you, where you're trying to negotiate this and allow your heart to guide you here when it's needed. You know that there's times where you need to go with your heart. You need to follow your heart, but it's a little bit blocked and you're trying to clear that. Oh, that's a really interesting story. There you go. I'm going to go do the extended for you, Libra. I'm going to ask about further guidance for you and potential outcomes as you move forward. Thank you so much, Libra. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.